So today we are going to make this beautiful flower headband. You can have it with the flowers on, or you can just have it as the plain headband like this. And this is the plain one, and that's really sweet, just a plain one if you like that. Or you could just maybe put one flower onto it if you wish, maybe on the side. Would look quite pretty as well. Okay, so you could just do that. So come along and join me and we'll make this beautiful headband. Good morning. So we are just going to be making our headband today. So I've got 2 pieces of fabric, and this is for a 2-year-old child. So I'm just going to take them, I'm going to fold them in half like so, and then I'm going to stitch right down the length of both of them like that. Okay, so we will take them to the sewing machine. So we're just going to stitch this at 1/4 inch. There's no need to sort of do anything big hems. If you want to do it bigger, you can do, but that will make your thing a little bit smaller, so do whatever you like. So I'm coming in at 1/4 inch. Back stitch. And I'm going to go right the way to the end. There's not a lot of sewing involved in this. Ensure that they're both catching on both sides. And do the other piece. There we go. Stitch, and all the way along to the end. Back stitch. There we go. Okay, right, let's remove that. I've had to move to a different colour thread because I've got just the most tiniest little bit of blue left. So that's what I've moved to a different thread, but it's not too bad. I've just gone for a mauve. Right, so as you can see, it's not too bad on the fabric. I'm just going to now turn them the right way round, both pieces. So I have got here a pair of forceps. I'm just going to pop them right into the end on that one. And we'll pull the whole thing through. These are just a fishing forceps. Right, I guess for taking the hooks out, horrific, but yeah. So turn that one out. You can use that, you can use a stick, you can use a knitting needle. So with this bottom one, I'm just going to use the stick. I'm just going to put a line of stitches across there, just to hold that in for a second, because that wouldn't go in with the forceps. I'm just going to use a stick, and I'm just going to come through with the stick. You can do it with just your you can try a spaghetti straps turner on this. You can try a pin on this, a safety pin, and just push it through like you would when you were doing the elastic. Okay, so you can either unpick that, or you can just go like that. There you go. Get that bit out. There we are. Right, okay, so I've got that piece. We're going to thread. We're going to just take it to the iron now, and we're going to iron it so that piece is underneath like that. And the same with this piece. This piece you want it to be underneath just like that. Okay. I've gone for a 1/4 inch piece of elastic, sorry, and I'm just going to thread that through my long piece. I haven't quite made the decision on how long it is going to be yet, so I'm just going to pull it through there, and I'm just going to take my pin and I'm going to stitch right across the end of it. Stitch that in place. And then go back. Forward again. Okay, still want that coming out. Right. And now I want to just stretch it out a bit, and I want it to be, so once it's stretched I pretty much want it to be 6 inches. So that is about there. So I'm going to just pop that there on that 6 inch mark. Put my pin in it. And I'm going to do the exactly same as we've just done. Place that on. And then we're just going to come across. Put my hand on there. I've got my hand tight on there. Stop that coming unravelled. Stripping down inside. Back stitch. And then go forward again. There we go. Okay, so that's that one. Okay. Let's cut that off. There we go. Get rid of the ends on this piece. And I'll cut that little piece of stuff off there. Right, okay. So the next thing we want to do is get rid of that elastic. Right, so here it is. Okay, so it's nice and stretchy. Okay, so this is, as I don't know if you can see, but this is where my seam is here on this side. So I want to put my seam on this one on the back, and I want it to be the right side facing up. And then we're going to take the seam on this one and we're going to place it on there just like that. So you've got that and it's in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to fold these two pieces right in, making sure that that's right on the end. Fold that piece in and fold that piece in like that, and I'm going to pop a pin in there. There's quite a few layers, so it might be a bit hard to go in, so that's just holding that all in together. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So you're going to got it like that. You got your right side facing. I did actually have to cut it off because I'd made it too small, so that's why it's a bit weird on the end. So we're coming in like this, and we're going to come in with that right on the very edge. Pull your gathered bits out of the way there, and then come in from that side and come in from that side. Okay, and then pop a pin in it. Got both of them. Make sure you catch both edges. That's it. So we're going to come there and there. Okay, and then we're just going to stitch right across here. Alright, so it's very little sewing in this to do. There we go. So slip that underneath. And I will put in different sizes for different head sizes. So we're going all the way across, back stitch, and we'll go all the way across again. There you go, so that's that side done. Okay, and I think my other side has come unpinned. Is it? No, it's still on there. It's okay, let's take that one out and come to the other side. I'll do exactly the same again. Okay, so just going to come across, straight across, with that pin out. Back stitch. And then right across again. Well, there we go. Okay, right, so there you have it. So what you can do now is just come in with your scissors and trim it down to about 1/8 of an inch. Don't want to go any smaller than that. Okay, so just grab it there and trim that down at 1/8 of an inch on that side, and do exactly the same on that side. There we are. I'm going to turn it the right way around, and there you have a lovely little fabric hairband. So this works really well if you just want to have it like that. It looks really, really pretty. Okay, so you can just have it just like that, and it sits on the head beautifully. And that should work really well. So I've made this for a 2-year-old, but I will put other sizes in the pattern. Okay, I'm going to go and try it on her head, and then we'll come back and we will do the flowers. So the next thing we are going to do is I went and I bought like a little bunch. It was just 5 flowers on a stem. And I got poppies. Now I couldn't get anything at all. They didn't have anything in a red, so I had to go for this like orangey colour. And all I did was I just took them apart off the plastic stems, and I just pulled them apart. And I'm just going to pull this last one apart. Okay, that one can just stay as it is. So you've got your 2. So I put my 2 like that. Put that one onto it, and then I'm just going to take it to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch it on to the hairband. I'm going to stitch one right in the middle, and then the others down the side. So I'm going to sort of put it like that and put it on there, and I'm just going to run through and stitch several times through there. So I'm just going to find the middle by putting those 2 end pieces together. So my middle is right there, and I've got all of that poppy. I'm popping that on the top there. And I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to stitch right across the top. You're not going to see any of this because it's going to be underneath that staining. There we go. And I'm going to do that with all 5 of them. Just cut nice and close to get those ends off. And 2. I'm going to go over now, and I'm just going to undo all my poppies, make sure they're all undone. Take these pieces off. Yeah. And then get them on, and I'm going to put them on. I'm going to have 2 yellowy ones. So I've got the orange one in the middle, and I've got 2 sort of yellowish ones, and I want to put them really close together. I want to fill up most of the hairband, so probably want it there, and then I've got enough room for 1 more there. You don't have to use 5, you could just use 1, you could use as many as you like. This hairband took 5 to fill it up, and I wanted to give it that sort of Day of the Dead flowery hairband effect. So that's why I went with that. Okay, so I'm going to do the next one. Back stitch. There we go, that's that one. So I'm going to do that same with all of them. I'm just going to put my hot glue gun on. I'm just going to cut this now. Oh, it's a bit fiddly. And on the back. Make sure you've got all your long threads off. Then I'm going to take my next one, which is coming this side. I'm going to pop it on about, yeah, that's about right. And I found that you can just glue this whole thing on with a hot glue gun, but I found it worked better with the sewing. I tried pulling it and it did come off with the hot glue gun if you pulled at it a lot. That's why, and you have to glue every single layer as you're going along, whereas with the sewing you can just go through the whole thing, so it's much quicker doing it that way, and you didn't burn your fingers as much. There, so you've got 3 on, you want just 2 more on, one on this side. So just take that one apart, put that one on there, like that. I'm just finishing your hairband. Yeah. Just getting our hairband finished, aren't we? And then you've got your whole outfit you can wear, can't you? The baby's just coming to see me. The toddler now. We have to call her the little girl now. She's 2. Aren't we? We have to call you the little girl. We can't call you the baby anymore. That's that one. And we got one last one to go on the other side. Okay. Yeah, I'm videoing. Don't touch. That's good girl. Don't touch. Good girl. Take that one apart. Tip-top. Tip-top. So there we go, and so you've got one last one, and it's just going on there. Watch your toes. So you've got nothing on your feet. Why don't you find your slippers? Where's your slippers? There they are, look. Put your slippers on. She's just coming to join us. There on the floor. Put them on. Sit down, put them on. That's it. There we go. Right, so I've got all of those done. Okay, stitched on, and that's all you need to do with the sewing machine. I'll just come over now and we will put on our pieces with our tops, our little stamen pieces. So I'm just waiting for the hot glue gun to get hot enough, which I think it is. I'm going to put just some glue on the bottom, a nice bit on there, and I'm just going to pop the stamen onto there. Now these hot glue guns, I got I got one just online, but I know they sell them into places like Poundland and something like that, places like that, for about £5, and they sell the glue sticks in there. And you can get those, or you could, if you wanted to, use some. I did stitch these on. You can stitch these on if you want to, and just glue on that very end piece. Or you can, I had a go and did it beforehand just to check that I could do it and stitch them on, and I unpicked it just to check. So you can also use super glue to put these pieces on, and that works quite well as well. There we go. I think that works better as putting the hot glue on afterwards. Is hot. Be really careful. If you're a child, maybe this is time to ask an adult to help you, because that is very, very hot, that glue, and you could burn yourself. Okay, next one. Right, put that on the bottom. Oopsie. Get rid of that bit of thread. So what I did was I went through and just stitched the plastic bits on, and then just hot glued the end bits on, but I thought afterwards, why are you doing that? That's silly, because you might as well just glue the whole thing. There we go. And put that one on there. Ow. Sorry, hurt myself. There we go. Put it right in. There we are. And the last one. And then I would take it out and I will let you look, and I will put it on Corey, and Corey can model it for you. And there we go, last one. Push that one on. There we go. Right, okay. So there is our beautiful little flower headband. So you could, this looks very much like a Day of the Dead headband, but if you use different flowers, you could make it for a May Day headband, which we've just gone, or something like that, and that would look really, really pretty. I'm just going to turn off my hot glue gun. I'll pop it onto Corey. I'll give it a few minutes to dry, and then I'll pop it onto Corey, and I will come back and show you what it looks like. So here it is. It's turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm really, really loving it. I've got all the flowers looking lovely, and they're all nicely lined up, and she looks really adorably cute in it. You could put your flowers slightly closer together. I quite like it like this, but it does look beautiful. That was with the 5, but as I say, you could just do 1 flower or 2 flowers, and you can see you can get a lovely effect with just that as well. So I think she looks really cute, and this is going to go beautifully with the outfit we've made. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I would love it if you would subscribe. Please leave a comment down below and let me know what you've done. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.